When my oldest daughter Miriam was little, she was obsessed with reading books constantly. And she especially loved this one, the OK book. Now, she might kill me for putting up this cute picture, but she's not here tonight, so she can't stop me. She's on a mission in the Philippines. So I want to talk to you about the OK book. It's full of simple phrases like it's okay to be short, it's okay to be tall, it's okay to wear 2 different colored socks. My daughter always liked the last page the best. It's okay to dream big. Don't we all hope that our children will have big dreams and go out and accomplish them? I love that here in the United States, we encourage big dreams. And I also love that we have the education, capital, and support to help people go accomplish their big dreams. In many of the countries where we serve at Mentors International, big dreams can feel like a luxury when families are just struggling to survive and to take care of their basic needs. You've heard already that last year we served 24,000 families. To put that in perspective, that's about 700 families for every table in the room tonight. And these are real people. They're hardworking people who want a better life and who have big dreams. Many of their dreams are like Juan Camargo's grandmother. Their dreams are for their future generations. Their hope is that through their hard work, their children can get an education, more opportunity, and ultimately prosperity. In June, I met Faith in Nairobi, Kenya. Kenya is a country where the average person lives on $5 a day. When Faith met our mentor, Lillian, Faith was in a desperate situation. With no source of income, her children had dropped out of school and were living on 1 meal a day. Faith was taking water bottles to sell them at traffic lights every day to make enough money to give her children 1 meal and some shelter. Starting to work with Lillian was life-changing for Faith, and she took the mentoring very seriously. She set goals, she saved, she kept records. In the past 18 months, she saved enough money to open her own store selling homemade bags and shirts. With this profit, her children are now healthy, properly fed, and back in school. She said to me, "I didn't know that I could grow until I had a mentor." Faith has gone from poverty to self-reliance, but more importantly, she is chasing a multi-generation big dream that her children can get an education and go on to a better life. 2 weeks ago, I was in Mérida, Mexico, where I saw firsthand, again, the power of our mentors to help somebody accomplish a big dream. This is Luis, who I met. When Luis was a small child, he had a big dream. He told his mom that he wanted to grow up and be an architect for LDS temples. This is an absurd dream for the level of poverty that he was living in. Now, Luis went on an LDS mission and returned home as a young adult with no ability to pay for college. And so he came to our team at Mentors International with an idea. He said, "I want to sell tortas," which are sandwiches. But he had no capital. So every day, working with his mentor, learning the right habits, he would take a big Tupperware, make sandwiches, and go sell them in the streets until he sold out. And then he would go back, make more sandwiches, put them in the Tupperware, and go sell again. With the help of his mentor, he made a plan to save his profits so that he could rent a street cart. And through his grit and hustle, he did it. And his profits went up when he had a formal cart that he could go and sell for a whole day. Luis was not satisfied with the cart. And before long, again, working with his mentor, implementing these behavioral changes, growth mindset that we're talking about, soon he was able to open a physical location to sell his tortas. Now, at this point, Luis had his own business, was profitable, and was actually employing 3 other people so that their families were progressing in their path to self-reliance. But he wasn't done yet. He had not accomplished his big dream yet. But we could say, hey, he's successful. He reached self-reliance, right? And in some sense, that is a big success, but he wanted more. So at each step in this journey, Luis was actually taking his profits from the sandwich business and investing in his education. And he persisted until he actually earned an architecture degree. At that point, Luis teamed up with his friend Christian, who was also an architect. Christian had tried multiple times to start an architecture firm and failed over and over again. When he found out that his friend had graduated, he went to him and said, "Luis, you know how to run a business. You built this torta business. Can you help me build an architecture business?" And so Luis took some of his savings, and the two of them started an architecture firm called Evans Studio. Luis immediately came back to Mentors International and said, "I'm trying to do something more challenging. Can you help me at this next stage of my growth?" We accepted into a program we have called Catalyst, where high potential entrepreneurs get even deeper investment from us and mentorship so that they can create jobs in their local community. It's been amazing to see the growth of Even Studio. Right now, they have 12 full-time employees, and they've had contracts in residential, commercial, and resorts in Mexico. This is their team. These are good jobs that they're creating in Mexico. Luis, I'm going to get emotional. When I met with Luis 2 weeks ago, he and Christian were on the verge of tears as they told me what happened next. They were working with one of our advisors in Utah who gave them some tips on how to resonate more internationally. They connected with an architecture firm in Utah and recently landed a contract to work on 3 LDS temples. Luis has done it. This is a journey of over a decade for him and for his family. He told me with no hesitation that this would not have happened without Mentors International. I want you to think about this journey that he's been on. He started selling out of a Tupperware. He worked his way up to build a business, and ultimately he became a job creator. This is amazing, and this is what it's all about. It is such a privilege for us to be a part of Luis's journey. The amount of hard work that he put into this is amazing. But that's the power of this model. I mean, Faith and Luis are just 2 examples of the impact that a mentor can have in somebody's life. They're willing to do the work, they're scrappy, they have big dreams, and our mentors help them accomplish those. Now, a final word about dreaming big. In the past 2 years, as Liz said, we have doubled our impact at Mentors International, but we have even bigger dreams. We are leveling up our own team, our technology, and our programs so that we can serve tens of thousands more people like Faith and Luis. We can't do any of that without your support. We're so grateful for it. We need your help to achieve this big dream. Earlier tonight, Yahosh talked about the double donor match. If we get even $10,000 per table in donations tonight, we'll exceed our $250,000 goal and reach the entire double match, resulting in $750,000. When added to our sponsorship and table sales, that would put us over $1 million in funds raised for our program tonight and would be our largest gala ever. On each of your tables, there are cards and envelopes and pens. You'll notice that the cards are actually a little bit out of date because, as Yahosh said, the double match actually happened yesterday. We had a single match and we've doubled it. So the cards are a bit out of date, but I hope that you'll take them. And on those, you can do at least 3 things. First, you can take them and scan the QR code and donate directly on our website. Second, you can write on there your information and the amount that you would like to donate. And third, if you'd like to set up a time to meet with me to learn more about our programs, take the card and add your information, but don't write an amount, and we'll reach out to you and schedule some time so you can learn more about what we do. We have a box at the exit that you can drop your pledge cards into on the way out. If you are feeling as excited as I am about helping people like Faith and Luis, please join us in our mission. Take a trip with us. Tell your friends about this. Learn more. Become a monthly donor. Double your current donation. Be a part of our big dreams. Thank you again for joining us tonight. and for helping us to empower entrepreneurs around the world to escape poverty and know that it's okay to dream big. Thank you.